I am Captain Noah Opio. I am the project manager of works undertaken by UPDF Engineering Brigade under ministry departments and agencies in charge of Eastern Region, specifically Ministry of Health projects. Butebo, we have Butebo Health Center 3 construction works, which involves construction of maternity ward, the general ward, the staff house, the private ward, which was an additional work. Then the first 10 pit latrines with showers, there are 2. One is meant to serve the maternity, one is serving the general ward. And then we also have the 2 stands pit latrine with the shower, which is meant to serve the staff house. We also have other amenities like the placenta pit, which is part of the maternity ward, the medical waste pit, the incinerator. We have the other activities there, which are additional works there. We have the solar. We are meant to do installation of the solar in the OPD, in the theater, in the general ward, and the maternity ward, including the new general ward. So all those are meant to have the solar installed in them. So we also supposed to renovate the existing OPD, the old one. We're supposed to renovate that, renovate the maternity, renovate the theater. This place was basically a bush. The hospital stops the other side. It's a small hospital. And it was like an health center 3. But now we came and cleared this place and put up this structure. So try to raise the level from health center 3 to health center 4. So this place was basically bush. As you can see now, it's a built-up area. The local materials are a challenge. Like all these buildings, we are using blocks, the solid blocks of 200 by 200 by 400 millimeter. Now, those need stone dust. The nearest stone dust is in Tororo. If not Tororo, we go to Busia. Like currently, there is no stone dust in Tororo, so we get from Busia. We use local suppliers. They are local suppliers who are certified, and they are given the framework contracts to do the supplies. Those are the guys who have been helping us. But then for making blocks, we make them ourselves. The industrial material like cement, iron sheets, the steel products, those ones they also supplied by the industries. Like Tororo supplies directly, Tororo cement, roofings and Uganda, but that's how we've been able to get the material. Butebo, of course, the staff, the in charge, have been supportive to us. First of all, they are the immediate supervisors, because they are the end users. So the doctor in charge there has been cooperative. The nurses, and then when you look at the area now outside the hospital, there has also been a better collaboration with the local leaders, the LOCs and the councillors.
I'm Dr. Angry Amos, the Senior Medical Officer and in charge of Butebo Center 4. I'm so grateful to UPDF for the construction they have given us. We've received the buildings, they have constructed buildings. We have an OPD, a very good building. We have maternity and the labor suite constructed. We have wards, the female ward, a maternity female ward, a male ward, and some building for the quarters for the doctors. We are so grateful that this building has been constructed is of quality, and it is going to add value to this place. It's going to help us reduce on the congestion which has been on the ward. Previously, we've been having patients sleeping on wards and sleeping down. The capacity is really too big compared to the space we've been having. At times, or most times, patients are sharing beds, especially children are sharing a bed, those small beds, and adults are also sleeping down. We are so grateful to UPDF that these buildings are going to reduce on the congestion and is going to help us deliver our services well. Thank you.
When you compare with the old structures and this one, how is it going to help the community?
Well, we have had structures which are not all that of quality, and there have been few. Right now we have been given these structures and they are going to decongest in the spaces we have been, in the wards we have been with very many patients. At least this new building is going to help us reduce on the congestion, and we shall be even to attract very many other patients to come and receive care here.
UPDF has all these people, but we have been guided that these works were done by contractors before. Now these are the communities. The only way is to incorporate work with them. So we recruit 60% of the local population to work with us. Then now we remain with the supervision and control of quality, and then the other management aspects. But we have most of the sites, we have the civilians working with us, and we are working very well with them. A number of them have been participating in works around, and we want to appreciate the community here. They have supported. We have not had any serious issue of theft of any material. At first, work issues, they were fearing to come and work, but when we talked to them, we told them we are willing to work with them, because at first they thought we were not going to pay them. They said they were going to work for free. But when a small number came and worked and were paid, and went and told them, those people are very good, the numbers became overwhelming. Now we are at par with them, there's no problem. Even they're asking for more work. They're saying, when are you building more structures, we come for work. So the community has benefited from these works. Those who have been working with us, they've been earning some money. So we want to appreciate the community for being cooperative. Water issues here, what we did was we first had, after roofing this building, we put you see those tanks? We had to put our water harvesting facilities, and also we did a connection. We had to put in money and we extended water. There's a water line down there of about 1 kilometer. We extended water up this place, so we are now okay with water. Now we got a supplier who supplies us sand from. There is no sand in this area, it's true, but we get it from Namaingo. To bring a single truck of 40 ton here, we spend about 2.5 million. So we have been managing like that. What's remaining are very small things. Do you see that new private ward is the one delaying us? It was not in the original scope, it's an addition. And then there's a toilet, which we are also finishing. But all these other ones are okay. We are only fitting mosquito nets, mosquito meshes along the windows, and it's ready for handover.
On average, every day we receive on OPD, we receive about 300 patients a day in OPD, with an average inpatients of around 100. every day. The place is really very congested to the extent that most of the patients are sleeping down and all sharing beds. We almost even discharge patients because of we discharge them when they have not even finished their treatment, but once they are a bit okay, we request them to finish up the oral treatment from home because of the congestion we have. We receive quite a number of patients from our neighboring districts. We receive patients from Bodaka, from Chibuku, Kumi, Bukedea, and other patients from other areas, especially those who are, especially Palisa. We get patients from Palisa. Since we broke up from Palisa, we are just very near. So patients may not go to very far area like in Palisa, they opt to come to Butebo.
Butebo being health center 4, which you know that health center 4s have to have a resident doctor. The operations can be done there. So but when you look at the older maternity ward was too small, but this one now is big. Likewise the general ward, it was small. It was actually not there. It was just small wards which were there. But now with this big giant general ward, it's going to help decongest the other side and have everybody accommodated, having a bed in the hospital. Of course, the strategic guidance from the Excellency, the President, is that we must be able to achieve these projects within the shortest time, and they should be long-lasting. That means they should be of quality. And then they should be at low cost. So that's how we are achieving. We are able to work within the costs. However, if there are some small challenges, like I talked about, some variation, those ones are not as big, not alarming. But by and large, we are able to achieve quality, we are able to achieve the cost requirement that is available in the budgeting. And then the time aspect, we are also struggling to make sure that we are within a short time so that these facilities always starts benefiting the end user. Like now when you look at Butebo, the other side is still congested, but as long as we hand it over PAP, the other side will be, you'll find that it will be fully functional. Now mine is, we have a coordinating office where we coordinate all these projects. And then the headquarters, the brigade headquarters, there is also a team supporting. For us, we're in the field team, there are also those at the headquarters. So the knowledge sharing aspect, first of all, we deploy professionals to head the sites who report to me. Now mine is to ensure that they get what they require to execute their roles. And in an area which is unique, you find that if you feel there is some area you are lacking in this site, but we also do routine movement. We get together and move as a team to check, to supervise the works, so that in some projects where you want to learn something, or where there is a uniqueness, maybe in terms of the soil formations and the general challenges of the sites. So this person managing will have to explain to the rest of the colleagues how is it. Then there also WhatsApp group where they share information. How I have this challenge, how do I manage this? So there has been a serious aspect of knowledge sharing in that aspect.
We thank UPDF has made us a quality structure for an OPD. This is really very good structure for an OPD ward, an OPD facility. It has a number of rooms, it has a number of treatment rooms, it has a number of stores, rooms for stores. It has quality rooms for almost catering for every cadre around, and hopefully we shall be able to deliver our services well.
Of course, Busoro is complete. We're only waiting for handover. When you talk about Kachumbala is also at 98% completion. We have handed over a medical store in Bugweri. In Bujiri, there is also a medical store and the staff house, which are complete. They're only waiting for handover. And then there are other projects like in Namalu, we have a theater and a mortuary. That one is also 100% complete. It is only awaiting commissioning. When you look at Moroto, we have a project there under OPM. It's also complete, waiting commissioning. Soroti, we have a project which is at about 90, not 90, it's about 75. That one's ongoing. So there are those which are near completion. There are those which are 75%. There are those which are 60, 50. And there are those we have just started. But I can tell you, so far, so good. We are progressing so well. Yeah, there are some additional projects that we have started on. Even there are new ones that you have just seen the list. Like I told you when you were interviewing me about Busole, I told you that we are going to even fence Busole. We are going to do some work in Katakwi, the maternity ward. Moria, there is work we are going to do in a general ward. And then in my region here, we are also going to do, there's another hospital in Kotido. We have a general ward in Kotido also. So those are the new projects that are being added, and more are coming. So that alone tells you that they are appreciating our work. That's why they are adding us more work. I have learned a lot of lessons, especially I have learned that these projects cannot succeed without working together with the people, stakeholders. And engineering is, it's not a one-man show. You can't do it alone. You have to have all vast, you have to be in touch with the district leadership, you have to be in touch with the ministry, you have to talk to the LOC1, you have to work with the in charge of the hospital, the nurses. So there are so many cross-cutting issues. So sometimes, national water, for example, you can't start any project without coordinating with them. So this has really exposed me to a lot of knowledge on how to deal with all these stakeholders that support and ensure that the success of the project. There are those which are manageable, like if it is like in Bududa, the rains. When it rains in Bududa, you cannot continue, you have to wait. So what we've learned from Bududa is that we must target to deliver all the materials when there is no what? When there is no rain. So that you can hustle working there, at least when it stops raining, you continue working. But delivery of the material to Bududa areas or these hilly areas like Kapchorwa, Bududa, those are always a challenge. So having gone through this, now I know in scheduling, in planning now the works, I know that I need to prioritize these difficult areas to get the material all in time. That means we must plan the stores for industrial material, plan the site to make sure that all the local materials are received and they are on site. So before the rains come. Like now we've been hustling to make sure that we finish some works of, we have some work in a hospital called Bubungi Health Center 3. It is a challenging site, but at least we are roofing. So, but we also ensure that all the materials are there, so that work now contributing materials are there. That one helps us manage the aspect of rain. Try to deploy our people to help us manage security, so that there are no intruders who come anytime to pick. Because they might install a bulb here, they come and remove. As we are busy doing this, they have picked this. So it has been a challenge, but we managed to work because we had to deploy the staff there, and we were able to control the theft. There was no much cases reported for theft. Every area we go and operate in, we first have to liaise with the what? With the wananchi. The first stakeholder, the host is the in charge of the facility. So those ones we had to liaise with them, so that first of all, we share some amenities like the power We had to liaise with them. How do we share the power bills? How do we have our connections? They had to guide us, the water source. For the wananchi, we liaise with them because they had to provide. We had to ask the LOC to vet these people who were coming to work with us, both the casual laborers and the skilled ones. So we supported a lot by LOCs in ensuring that people who come in are not people who again will start stealing our material. So they had to recommend to us the right people for the job. So our coordination has been okay. First of all, materials that we can make has helped us cut the cost. Like the road curbs, we cast them ourselves. Like the pavers, we do cast them ourselves. So some of these, the blocks, we make blocks ourselves in some instances where we need to use the blocks. So now we learned that having our equipment that can help us make some of this cuts the cost. And we are carrying it on to other projects. Like now the projects that we are doing in Tororo, we are doing an upgrade of Nyangole Center. We are doing another upgrade of Kasoli. We are doing Merikiti. So all these projects we are doing, we have a centralized point where we do the blocks. Because now the quality of the blocks and market did not pass the test. So this is one of the knowledge we have learned, that we need to be able to do some of these things ourselves. On specialized works, like I talked about the solar installations, the sewer lines, where sometimes maybe we lack expertise, we attach our people. Like when they were installing the solar street lights, our people had to be attached to learn, so that in the next works we just have to take them on without again hiring these expensive service providers. So we have got that lesson, that we can attach our people where we are lacking, and then we get knowledge, then we can use it in the next project. Because of additional works and the other challenge of costing, there was an issue where the costs had really almost doubled what we had projected because of the change in prices. So it affected us a little, but we are working. We're actually now at about 95% completion, and we're also engaging with the district and Ministry of Health to see if they can add us more funding, because as it stands, the project has exhausted the funds and there's some small percentage incomplete. So we are doing measurements with them to make sure that they can top us some more money so that we're able to finish the remaining works.
We are so grateful to UPDF for this establishment. The building has been constructed to quality, and hopefully it is going to serve us for very many years. And if at all there is any an opportunity again, please, we request UPDF again to give us other buildings so that we may be able to maybe be turned into hospital status. We shall be grateful.
The client, Ministry of Health, we thank them for giving us the work and giving us opportunity to showcase our capabilities. We thank them for the cooperation. We had a very serious cooperation from engineers from Ministry of Health, our regional supervisor, the Commissioner Infrastructure Development, Ministry of Health, engineer team. All these people have really strengthened us and worked together with us for this. The community should own this facility as their own. They should take care of it. You know, there is a tendency of the community trying to vandalize some of the installations here. We urge the community to take care of this facility. This is their hospital. This is their taxes that are working here. They should guard it jealously and then make the best use of it. We have had a very good relationship with the administration. As you may later on interview the head of this facility, they have welcomed us in this area, they have supported us, they have, in short, our relationship with them has been good. During the site inspection meetings, they have always been cooperative. Where they feel we should improve, they have always guided us, and we have always done that. Capabilities of doing a lot of, and this has been tested in many projects that have been executed, that you know about Entebbe Airport, what has happened there. We know the works we have executed in Nambole. By the way, do you also know that Kololo Airstrip was done by UPDF? The Women Hospital in Mulago, the ongoing stadium construction in Chambogo. So all these are capabilities that you know about, and these ones we are doing are just one of those. But UPDF, in terms of construction, the record is clear and straight. Now, UPDF Engineers Brigade Headquarters, my bosses, I thank them for giving me opportunity to be in charge of these works, and I promise to serve my country to the best of my capabilities. Now, to our Commander-in-Chief, a visionary leader, the fountain of honor, we thank President Museveni for this exceptional leadership skill he put into this. He was able to envision that to develop this country proper, UPDF has to be involved. And like I said, it's in line with the roles of UPDF. If you look at the Constitution, role number 4 is to collaborate with the local authorities for the development of Uganda. So what we are doing is entirely within the Constitution, that we must support the development of our country. So we thank the President, and we pray God gives him long life and he continues supporting us in these endeavors. Thank you so much.